Hey there, and welcome to the Web 101, what it is and how does it work. So simply put, the web is a series of devices that are connected to each other over the internet. These devices can be anything from your computer to your phone, your gaming console, your smart fridge, your home thermostat, maybe even your car, your smartwatches. Anything that has an internet connection makes up the web. So here's a simple example. This is you and a buddy, and you guys are sitting across the room from each other, and you have a cable going between your laptop and their laptop, and you want to send messages back and forth. That would work great if it was just the two of you covering a short distance, right? But what happens when maybe you want to throw a big rager party and you've got 30 people over and you've all got your computers and you're wanting to connect to each other and talk? You need a cable between your computer and everyone else's computer, and then they would need a cable between their computer and everyone else's computer. And so then you can see how this would become just a big wad of cables, and it would be a big mess. And that is a very small example. So how does the web handle this problem of getting all of the internet traffic where it's supposed to go without having cables run everywhere? Well, it uses something called routing, and routing works a lot like a highway does. You leave your house and you drive down the street, and eventually you get on the highway and you go down the highway for some bit of time until you get to a highway junction. And then from there, you and maybe some other cars and maybe some cars from a different highway all merge together to get onto a new highway to go off and travel to your final destination. Internet traffic works in a lot of the same way, where it uses routing all over the country to direct internet traffic to where it needs to go. These junctions are what make up networks, and the entirety of the web is just a series of networks of networks of networks, and it's just layers and layers and layers of networks all over the world that direct internet traffic where it needs to go. So here is an example of you and your neighbor, and you are requesting a resource and they are requesting some other resource, or maybe even the same resource from your laptop or from your computer. You send a request and it goes from your internet through the cables from your internet service provider to a router. And from there, the router looks at your request, it decides where you want to go, and then it sends that request off to its final destination. And so you can see your neighbor on the right also is sending some internet traffic. And so a cable comes from your house and a cable comes from their house, and your cables meet, and then they go down to the router, and from there, they get dispersed to wherever they need to go. So in conclusion, now we know that every device that's connected to the internet makes up the web. The web is a network of networks. It's just layers and layers of networks. The web is the infrastructure that is behind some of our favorite things like social media, file sharing, online gaming, and streaming services. So that wraps up this video. I hope that you found it interesting and helpful, and it provided some value. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. I read all of my comments, so I'll do my best to answer you. If you don't have any questions, just drop your favorite dad joke down there, or maybe your favorite emoji, and get some engagement on the video. I appreciate it. Also, if you made it this far into the video, hit the like button if you haven't. If you're interested in becoming a full stack web developer completely for free, check out the playlist on my channel. If you want access to bonus videos, coding exercises, and access to the private Discord community, check the description below for my Patreon link. In the next video, we're going to be talking about HTTP requests, which is how all of our devices communicate with each other. Thanks for watching this video, and as always, happy coding.